So we might be spotting some others as we're coming back in. They're sitting in front of an area known Gloucester Merited Heritage Center. It was the oldest working marine railway, and the building started to be a little bit decrepit. So some local citizens formed a non-profit organization and have been working on refurbishing those buildings. It's a great place to walk around as a family. There are touch tanks inside of there, there are exhibits, there's different demonstrations. So if you're spending any time in Gloucester, go down to Harbor Loop and walk around Gloucester Meritage Heritage Center. Here at 3 o'clock is the U.S. Coast Guard station, and we always thank those folks for keeping us safe at sea. You can tell the length of the U.S. Coast Guard vessel by the first 2 digits of that 5 digits on the hull of the boat. Those 47-footers that are tied up this morning can right themselves within 30 seconds if they roll in a storm. A U.S. Coast Guard vessel does not get a name unless it's over 100 feet. Good morning. So this community you see all along the left-hand side of the boat is known as Rocky Neck Art Colony, and it's one of my favorite places in town. It is the oldest art colony in the country. People like Leonard Kraskin, Fitzhenry Lane, Rudyard Kipling, to name others, would come here for inspiration. You can download a 12-stop self-guided PDF on your smartphone to walk around that area. There are some amazing galleries over there and great restaurants to grab a bite to eat. Here at 1 o'clock is Cape Pond Ice. So before we had ice available for the fishermen, they would have to salt or brine their catch. And when Cape Pond Ice was established in the 1840s, it really changed the fishing industry as the fish was more fresh and it increased the value of the meat. Presently, Cape Pond Ice can distribute 1 ton of ice to 3 vessels every minute. We can also see there's at least 4 different schooners over there at 4 o'clock. So I'm hoping as we make our way back into the inner harbor this afternoon, some of those boats will be out in the harbor. They're absolutely breathtaking. This building that you see at 11 o'clock is a Tarn-Watson paint factory. So fishermen were really plagued by fouling organisms that would attach themselves to the hulls of fishing vessels. So the 2 gentlemen, Tarn-Watson, discovered in the 1800s that if you mixed copper in the paint and then painted the hull, it would keep those organisms off for about a year. The reason why it was located here is because the bogs on Cape Ann contain that copper. So this factory had a great run from about 1885 to 1985, but then we determined it wasn't really safe for the environment. So now we've used different technologies, and in 2008, Ocean Alliance purchased that building. Ocean Alliance is a nonprofit organization that has been studying the oceans and the pollution in the ocean for at least the last 30 or 40 years. You can see coming into view between 1 and 2 o'clock Stacy Boulevard, and you have that cement wall, and you can see how it bows out in a semicircle. In that semicircle is a Fisherman at the Wheel statue that was actually sculptured over on Rocky Neck by Leonard Kraskin in 1923. It is dedicated to all those who go to sea and don't return home. And you can see Blyman's Bridge is open right now at 1 o'clock. That is our cut bridge that leads to the Innisquam River. That is a very important feature to Gloucester, as it allows fishermen during poor weather to enter in the Innisquam River north of here and make safe passage into the inner harbor without trying to come into this outer harbor during a bad storm.
You want to go to the front?
No.
And lastly, this island over here at 11 o'clock is known as 10 Pound
You guys
Island.
can if you want. I'm still sitting here.
There was some rumors or speculation on how it got its name, but we did find documentation that in 1644, the residents of Gloucester would keep their animals in pounds or pens on this island in quarantine.
We'll go together, but not right now.
It's a
It has been
quarantine
home to
island.
the U.S. Fish Hatchery.
The island's all quarantined.
During
pretty much.
Prohibition time, they used to monitor rum running. And it is home to the largest rats I've ever seen in my life.
You can get up, there's too many spots. We'll
You can actually kayak out there today and enjoy the beach as well as some of the seabirds that visit there as well. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to notice the captain's going to pick up speed. If you have a baseball cap on, you might want to turn it around backwards. And if you have any loose items, could you tuck those under benches so that they don't fly away or so people don't stumble over them? The educators will be walking around in a few moments with Baleen and those junior naturalist books. So I will return back to the mic as soon as we get out to those feeding grounds.
that in the water? Seal? It is a seal. It's where all the sick animals go.
It's a rock.
It's a rock.
It's a rock.
Probably a trophy on it. You got the reference? Minecraft. I'm just recording it.
I think it's more if you're up above. When? Yeah, probably when you're up above. It's okay.
What is that all the way out there, Jay? Over there.
I don't know. I was looking. There was something up and down there. I couldn't tell what it was. Might be the sea.
Yeah, it's they're little bobbers like these in the water over there. That's what I see.
Jason, that won't take really good pictures.
I'm recording.
Record now would be an hour. Wait, go back. Go on up.
I have 100%.
Huh?
I have 100%.
They don't go fast. Wait
It doesn't. It doesn't. It takes 2 days for it to die.
No, it doesn't.
You haven't used it in that long.
It